thank you for coming in today.
Okay.
So first off, I'll start by just letting you know that anything that's been said in here today will be confidential, so nobody will get any of this call at all. If you feel uncomfortable, just let me know and we can stop our sesh. There's a toilet outside on the left, and for any reasons, if you feel uncomfortable or if I feel uncomfortable, we'll just call it a day and we'll get together another time. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
So, do you want to start with the karakia or your...
Alright, come on.
All good. So let's start off our show. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name's Kelly. I am currently studying. I am pregnant with my second child. And yeah, my life's pretty boring actually.
Why is your life boring?
Because it feels mundane.
Mundane.
Like just school, home, kids, back. Just the same.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting happening.
Tell me a little bit about your pregnancy.
It was a surprise. Wasn't planned. And I was a bit upset about being pregnant. But I'm okay now. It's been going good. I had a little bit of complications here and there, but other than that, it's fine.
And married?
Oh yeah, I'm married. So the person I'm having my baby to, I'm married to, and he's got a son as well. So we both know how to be parents. It's just a bit harder.
Yeah.
So,
what's harder?
Having a blended family is hard. That's hard. I didn't think it would be as hard as it is, but it's weird and it's comforting to know that he knows how to be a dad and I know he's a good dad. It's comforting, but then juggling 2 children we already have, plus the one that we're going to have, plus school, and plus his dumb job, I'm a bit afraid of how things are going to be.
So what makes him, in your eyes, what makes him a good dad?
He's very hands-on. Like, the things that make me lose my patience, he's sweet with. He can talk to the kids better than I can. He can reason with them. He's the play at the park with the kids dad, whereas I'm sit on the grass and watch them. He's supportive. Like, if his kids have something to do or somewhere to be, he'll always try and be there, and he loves spending time with them.
Yeah. So he's supportive in one way. Do you see yourself as being supportive in another way?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like because I've been a single mum for so long, all I know how to do is be the working mum. All I know how to be is the provider, not the nurturer. So I'm learning now to be the nurturer. I support my son in a lot of things that he does, like his sports and his schooling and stuff, and I try and read with him and stuff like that. But emotionally, it's hard for me to be supportive of him because I haven't had to yet.
Yeah. Okay. Do you find that it's going to be easy for you to adapt from being the provider to the nurturer?
No, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that because I still want to continue my studies after I have my baby, I'm afraid that I'm not going to have time to connect or, bond with my baby, because it's just going to be, I'm hoping I can have my baby and come back and I'm just going to be so everywhere.
So it sounds like you feel a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So what else goes on in your guys' household?
A bit of difference, a bit of, conflict with our parenting. So we parent both differently. He's very hands-on and cuddly and all of that with his own son. And then with my son, it's, you need to do this, you need to be a big boy, you need to blah, blah, and that annoys me. So we conflict over that. But other than that, everything at home is fine. If it's not his baby mama drama, we're fine at home. We never fight.
So you talk about him being, would you say, a lot harder on your son than his own son. Do you know why, or do you have an idea why he's like that?
I would like to think it's because of the age difference, but I feel like it's because obviously he doesn't have the same love for my son that he does for his own. I mean, that's inevitable. But it kind of hurts me at the same time.
Does he look, how do you parent your son?
Strict.
So do you think your husband will come off learning how you parent your son, he wants to do the same?
I didn't think of it that way. I actually have never thought of it that way. Yes, probably. And then when he tells, yeah, that makes sense, because when he tells off my son and I'm like, what did you do that for? Blah, blah, he's like, oh, so you're allowed to tell him off, but I'm not. Okay, yeah, I get it.
So like if he sees you more nurturing towards your son, he might start, doing the same.
Yeah, I could try that. I could, actually. Because when he's real, soft and gentle to his son, and it's for the same, he doesn't tell them off in the same way, and I'll say stuff like, you don't do that to Manaki, and he'll be like, Manaki's 4, Jay's almost 7, he should know, and I know that, but I sometimes feel that if Dre was his own child, he wouldn't do that, but I've never thought of it as him watching me parent my son. So maybe I do have to try and parent him in a different way.
That might be able to,
your
guys' communication might be able to be a bit better with your guys' parenting. But no, that's good. What else, do you guys have daily routine in your household?
Yes. My house is a very strict routine.
Yeah.
We know where we're meant to be and what we're meant to be doing, who's meant to be doing what. My son knows every morning he gets up, first thing he does is makes his bed, then he gets dressed, then he has breakfast and puts his lunchbox on the bench, and once all of that is done, he's allowed to sit down and watch TV. My routine's the same every morning. My husband is the one who has a routine but struggles to stick to it. But he does.
Yeah.
So we run by routine.
So when your baby comes, when you have your baby, do you think your baby will just fit straight in?
No, and that's what I'm afraid of, because I noticed the other morning that while my son was getting ready for school, I was getting ready for school too, but I had the freedom to do it at the pace I wanted and whenever I wanted, and then I thought, when this baby comes, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to have everything ready the night before. I'm going to have to try and make sure the new baby's ready and my son's ready and everything's done.
What are you afraid of?
Of not being able to cope, of it overwhelming me too much, and me just being like, stuff that I don't want to go to school anymore, stuff my degree. I'm scared of that, because I don't like quitting.
Yeah. So you talk about you being afraid, it makes you think you're going to give up. So maybe how would you juggle your household stuff when the newborn comes? Do you think you could maybe adapt your routine?
Yeah, I think I could adapt. I'm hoping that the responsibilities throughout the house can be shared better. I'm hoping that I won't have to worry so much about doing the washing, because my husband will say I'm too busy trying to do baby, so hopefully he takes it upon himself and is like, I'll do the washing because she's too busy. But even if he doesn't take it upon himself, I'll just tell him,
Yeah. Do you think when you talk about your husband and his parenting skills to your son and to his own son, how do you think your guys' parenting skills will come together when the baby comes?
I don't know. I'm actually nervous about that.
Have you talked about it?
Yeah, we've spoken about it, and the only thing he said was, we'll have to see when he comes. Because he's this is my son too, and I've got to say, and I can do this and I can do that, and I'm not used to that. I raised my son by myself, so it was my way or no way. And I didn't have anyone in my ear saying, this is my son, I want to spend time with him, blah, blah. It was more me saying, you're useless, you don't even spend time with your son. So I've never had to share responsibility, but I'm going to have to with this kid, and I'm actually thinking that it's going to be a bit hard because I'm not going to have as much, authority is not the right word, as much say as I did before.
So you've mentioned that you brought your son up by yourself, so you're a solo mum. You being a solo mum, does that impact on your relationship and your parenting with your husband now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like to let him do a lot of things for my son because I feel like even though he's my husband and I should be able to rely on him, I still feel like I shouldn't.
So is it like a control?
Yeah, like I feel like if he's to get up and leave me one day, I'll still be okay because I've been doing it and I know how to do it. But if I get too comfortable and rely on him and he leaves, I'm going to be like, well, I need your help. But I don't want to be like that. I've never been like that. So it is control, I think.
So it sounds like you're afraid to let loose of some control, but you're afraid to do this baby and your son by yourself?
Yeah, it's really confusing, eh?
Yeah. It sounds like it is confusing, but I think you can manage. If you've done it before, being a solo mum, so you know what the goal is for raising kids, so I think it's manageable. Yeah. But there's still the fact that you're still afraid of letting go and then your husband leaving you.
Like, I'm excited to share the responsibility because I remember being exhausted looking after my son by myself. But in a way, I'm afraid, like you said. Yeah. Because I don't want to depend on him and then be left with nothing. What I learned from raising my son by myself is that I can raise him by myself, and when his dad left and did whatever, and I had to look after him myself, I didn't whinge or complain about it. I just got on with it because I had to. Yeah. But because my husband is loves kids, loves babies, and isn't afraid to have a baby by himself or change a nappy or whatever, he's fine. I'm probably going to get too comfortable with it and be like, here, your turn. And then if he leaves, I'm like stuck with a baby all the time. Yeah. So yes, it is very confusing for me.
Well, thank you for sharing your personal stuff with me. We'll end our session here and we'll carry on next time. Cool. But yeah, maybe having a think about it. Combining your guys' co-parenting skills together and making it a strong one. Yeah. That's a good idea, yeah. Cool. Minutes? That felt like 15.